Have you ever noticed how the people you bend over backwards for somehow treat you the worst? You're the one picking up calls at 2 a.m. You're the unpaid therapist, the free Uber driver, the emergency hotline, the emotional sponge. And yet these same people will ignore you the second you need them. That's not friendship. That's exploitation with a fake smile. And here's the savage truth. The day you stop being so damn available, everything changes. Suddenly they respect you. Suddenly you're not invisible. And suddenly you realize you weren't being kind. You were being used. Now, let's get into it. Oh, by the way, I always feature my favorite comment from the last video at the end, so stick around to see if it's yours. Carl Jung nailed it when he said, "The most terrifying thing is to accept yourself completely. And when you truly accept yourself, you stop overgiving to prove your worth. You stop making yourself 24/7 accessible to people who don't deserve a fraction of your time." So let's rip into this, because when you stop being available, your entire life flips upside down. 1. Availability creates contempt. Humans are selfish. We crave what's scarce, and we ignore what's always there. That's why people chase luxury cars, but treat the bus driver like wallpaper. Same logic applies to you. If you're always answering every text, showing up every time they call, dropping your plans whenever they need you, you're cheapening yourself. People stop seeing your time as valuable because you've been handing it out like free samples at Costco. Carl Jung believed that the unconscious mind shapes how we treat others. And when your actions scream, "I have nothing better to do," guess what? People believe it. They take you for granted. 2. Mystery increases value. Let's be brutally honest. Predictable people are boring. If everyone knows you'll say yes before they even ask, you become background noise. But when you start pulling back, when you start saying no or "I'm busy," suddenly you're mysterious. You're no longer the always-on call option. You're the unpredictable wild card, and humans are addicted to unpredictability. That's why movies have plot twists, why sports are exciting, why people can't stand spoilers. When you become less predictable, you become more magnetic. 3. Your energy is currency. Energy isn't free. Every time you give it to people who drain you, you're swiping your mental credit card with no repayment. And when the bill comes due, you're the one exhausted, resentful, and bitter. Meanwhile, they're refreshed and recharged off your time. Carl Jung's concept of individuation is about becoming whole, understanding that your energy should serve your growth, not everyone else's bottomless pit of needs. If you keep being available for everyone, you end up bankrupt in your own life. 4. Boundaries. Expose the fake ones. Here's the fun part. The second you stop being available, you'll trigger people. Oh yes, watch how fast the fake friends reveal themselves. They'll guilt trip you. You've changed. They'll gaslight you. Wow, you're selfish now. They'll even try to shame you for having boundaries. Good. Let them. Because boundaries are the savage filter that separates those who love you from those who use you. The ones who get mad at your no never respected your yes in the first place. 5. Scarcity creates respect. Why do people line up for hours to buy a new iPhone? Scarcity. Why do people treat celebrities with insane respect? Scarcity. You barely see them, and when you do, it feels valuable. You need to apply that same logic to your time. When you're not always available, people suddenly appreciate when you are. Your yes becomes gold because it's rare. And trust me, when your presence feels like a privilege, people treat you differently. Let's be real for a second. You're not an on-demand service. You're not Uber Eats. You're not Netflix. Stop acting like a human subscription people can access whenever they want. Think about it. Even Netflix makes you pay monthly. Even McDonald's makes you stand in line. And here you are giving people instant access to your energy for free like it's a charity buffet. No wonder they don't value it. Carl Jung believed that authenticity requires withdrawing from the false self. And your always available self is fake. It's you trying to be loved, accepted, and valued by overgiving. But the second you step back, the second you choose yourself over constant service, you finally start living authentically. You discover who actually respects you and who only respected their access to you. And that clarity is priceless. So what actually happens when you stop being available? People treat you with more respect. They realize your time is valuable because you act like it is. Your confidence skyrockets. Saying no feels like flexing a muscle, and the more you do it, the stronger you get. Fake relationships collapse, which sounds sad, but it's freedom. You're not losing friends, you're losing leeches. Your life gets quieter, and in that silence, you finally have space to focus on yourself, your goals, your peace, your growth. And let's be clear, people will notice the change. Some will admire it, some will hate it, but everyone will feel it, because you went from a doormat to a locked door, and not everyone gets the key. Stop being the emotional janitor who cleans up everyone else's mess. Stop being the unpaid therapist who listens but never gets heard. Stop being the backup plan when they don't have better options. You're not a spare tire. You're not the bench warmer waiting for game time. You're the main event. But only if you treat yourself like it. So the next time someone hits you with, "Can you just?" ask yourself, does this person deserve my time? If the answer is no, give them the most savage gift of all, silence. Believe it or not, when you stop being available, everything changes. Your relationships shift, your respect level rises, your energy returns, and most importantly, you finally stop living for everyone else and start living for you. Carl Jung was right. Accepting yourself means not begging for acceptance from others. So, don't be afraid to vanish. Don't be afraid to say no. Don't be afraid to become scarce. Because the less available you are to the world, the more available you finally become to yourself. Stop being their convenience. Become your own priority. When you disappear, watch how loud your silence becomes. Here's the psychological trick. If you want people placing so much value on you, stop giving them unlimited access, especially when the effort and availability you give isn't reciprocated. That's when it's not love, it's leeching. Leave unanswered texts. Leave gaps in your presence. Humans can't stand unfinished business. The silence forces their brains to replay you over and over. That's mind control. You become the puzzle piece they can't solve, the question they can't shake. And here's the savage twist. When you stop being available, you don't lose power. You gain it, because the one who controls attention controls the game. The comment of the day goes to this user, and he said, "Thank you for not sugarcoating. Just found this channel, been binge watching. I am weeding out the weeds. Hit me harder, bro. Leveling up. Appreciate you for locking in. Glad you found the channel. Keep applying the lessons. This is how you level up."